Bendigo have been the team to beat for so much of the season, but Townsville are peaking at the right time.
This is where the chess match comes in. That's what's exciting about a grand final.
Will it be a 5th championship for the Fire or a 3rd title for Bendigo?
It's going to be interesting to see them battle it out tonight.
Here we go, grand final series underway.
There's a three by Burton.
Ellis for the back door. Zigzagging lane for Whitcomb. Kick out, Cox. Open for the tray. Lauren Cox out of nowhere. Open for 3. Book it. Ellis steps into a 3 and connects. Oh, Whitcomb with the dime to Tolo. Fowler turning defense into offense. Set her feet and drains the triple. Burton peels it clean for Bendigo. High off the window and in. That was tough. Guerra spinning by Mansfield. That was some finish. Passing from the Fire is perfect.
How confident is Ellis playing?
Whitcomb lightning quick. Blocked from Griffin. Bingo! Big 3 from Burton. Still attacking. Burton showing leadership. And Bendigo are going to take game 1 at home at Red Energy Arena of the Grand Final Series. Game 2 of the Grand Final Series tips off in Townsville with a sold-out 5,500 strong Fire crowd ready to rock. Bendigo have won all 4 matchups between these two, but can Townsville turn it on its head and take Game 2 here and even the series up? We will see. Liam Ellison here alongside me is Beck Cole and Larissa Anderson. Welcome to you both.
Thank you. I have goosebumps watching that package. It's do or die for Townsville. We have Bendigo, like we said, they can taste it. It's not far off. And we have 5,400 fans. What a great day for women's basketball.
I mean, you don't get better than this. It's 4-0 to Bendigo, and this, if you stretch out the whole season, Townsville have not been able to beat Bendigo this season, and it is all do or die today. They must get this win in front of 5,400 orange, screaming, loyal fans, which is just the best to see in game number 2. So it is all on the line for Townsville today. They have to get it done, or Bendigo get another championship.
Well, Bendigo, they really got the job done in particular defensively against Nia Coffey. She was a player coming into the series that was really almost the first person noted. Was that going to be the difference? But will there be some adjustments here, Larissa, to that defensive scout?
Oh, look, there needs to be, but for me, Coffey is the best medicine for Townsville today. They need her to step up. She is the X factor. She will be the difference if she can get that done. But what a great matchup from Burton on her. Great job by Bendigo. So what adjustment will Townsville make today? As Beck mentioned earlier in the broadcast, surely she has to take her inside. She's got size. But my God, Burton did such a great job. The amount of deflections, which does not show on the stat sheet that she would have got in game 1, was absolutely fantastic. So her defence was great. If I was Bendigo, I would not change that. I would make Townsville make that adjustment, but Townsville definitely need Coffey to step up.
She led the way defensively, no doubt. Veronica Burton was terrific. Saw Abby Werung as well go to Coffey at times, and I think down low is going to be one of the keys as well, that matchup, Beck, between Mariana Tolo and Lauren Cox.
That was such a highlight for me in game 1. We had Cox, who came out firing in that first half, and then Tolo got into gear. She goes, this is my house. And she really was such a great presence, Tolo. She moved off the ball so well. Her teammates found her. She hit those long twos. That was sort of a dagger for me in game 1. So it wouldn't surprise me if they do look to go at Cox early, because it was really such an asset for them in that first half.
And I think they made Cox have to shoot from outside in the second half, and she just wasn't making those shots. So I think strategically that worked really well for Bendigo. Another adjustment that Townsville will need to make.
Packed house, sold out here in Townsville. Terrific scenes. 5,500 people here to cheer on the Fire. It is going to be loud. It is going to be intense. But the Bendigo Spirit are laden with vets who really are absolutely no stranger to this stage. I mean, you only have to go no further than the likes of Sunny Whitcomb and Tolo, who were there in Lille in the Paris Olympics. 27,000 French fans. They will not be put off by this.
And she played, and Sammy played in Townsville last season. And don't forget, they've played each other 4 times this season. Bendigo have gotten every win, and 2 of those have been in Townsville, and Sammy has had 30 plus. I do not think she is at all worried about this. In fact, I think they'll thrive on this today.
Starting 5s for the Bendigo Spirit: Burton, Tolo, Wilson, Griffin and Sammy Whitcomb, the same 5 that we have seen throughout the year. And from the Townsville perspective, it's Woods, Froling, Coffey, Lauren Cox and Abby Ellis starting at the point guard position. Moments away from tip-off. Fire ready to go. Game 2 of the grand final series. Liam Ellis and Beck Cole and Larissa Anderson with you on the call. And referees this afternoon, Scott Beaker, Jack Taylor and Shannon Jennings. This is going to be fun. Tolo and Cox to start us off. Fans on their feet in Townsville. And we are underway. First possession for the Fire at home. Woods on the perimeter. Fire a chance for first blood. Strong on the J.
Great first play there, though. You don't get a much better look than that. She kind of hesitated on that shot.
Burton picks up her dribble. In the hands of Whitcomb. Probing through the keyway. Wanted contact, won't get it. And Woods has drawn the foul on Tolo.
Tolo a little bemused, thinking I was just running in a straight line, and she just was there.
An early foul, though, in the game like that, although accidental, can be costly. And she was huge on the defensive end, really making shots tough for the likes of Cox and Foley. So Tolo will want to be careful for the next 10 minutes.
Cox and Tolo at the perimeter. Woods around the pick. Open, Coffey, and blocked out of bounds from Griffin. Great closeout.
Great closeout. That would have felt very good by KG, just letting Nia Coffey know, not today, not now.
11 on the clock for the Fire. Woods, the skipper for Townsville, around a pair of screens. Cox, all open from the top of the arc.
And Spirit have come out in a drops on their on-ball defense, so the Fire are able to get downhill. They should look at those jump shots and take them with confidence.
Griffin, feet set. Still searching for the first points here.
I love that crowd. Just letting Kelsey know. Bit of an air ball.
They are ferocious. Wilson up in the grill of Ellis early. Last time out on this floor for Nia Coffey, it was a 36-point in Perth, explosion. Here's Woods. Not that time. Tolo's hit the deck again here.
And it's a physical game, and we can see in this first couple of minutes, both teams are diving on loose balls already.
Whitcomb, step back three and blocks from Froling. Got a fingertip to it.
So far, exactly like game 1, this is two of the best defensive teams going at it.
1 and 2 points allowed. Coffey lifted against the three. Ellis.
See, I would have liked to see Coffey take that three. I know she got blocked on the first one, but there was daylight on that one. She needed to put that up.
Let's get down to Megan Huthwaite, courtside.
Well, it's humid in North Queensland, as we know, but it's not the case in the 5 hit. The aircon is on and it's working. It's beautifully cool. It's actually cooler than it was in Bendigo the last 2 finals, where their evaporated cooling wasn't able to kick into full gear because they were unable to open doors in the venue to get it working. So it was hotter in Bendigo than it is in here.
You wouldn't think it. Thanks, Megan. That was one of the talking points post-game. Running their way to the line. The Bendigo Spirit.
They really are letting both teams play very, very physical. Kelsey had to work extremely hard to get herself to the free throw line.
We saw it in game 1 as well, didn't we? They letting a little bit more go, enjoyed it. It was a physical, exciting game 1 as a result.
I don't know why they don't let every game go that way. It's so entertaining.
Sure is.
For us, anyway.
Bendigo get their fans back in their seats. Ellis drawing things up. Rolling assists with a screen. Lost the handle. Both sides looked after the ball fairly well in game 1. Turnover's not an issue. Wilson pulls up inside the arc. And Tolo stripped clean from Ellis. Great hands.
Great sneaky little hands by Ellis then.
In the keyway. Oh, Burton out of nowhere, snatched it away.
Another steal by Burton.
Whitcomb jets into the open floor. Nice start to Bendigo.
And how great has Burton been already? She was down behind at the halfway line. She runs all the way back, gets a steal, puts her body on the line. This is what Burton has been following up now from game one.
Cox inside and draws a second personal foul on Tolo.
That is a really smart play by Townsville there. I mean, as Beck mentioned, Tolo got that cheapy first foul early in the game. That's now number 2.
Casey Samuels checks in as a result for Bendigo. Ford dealers are all about supporting the game here in Australia, from Ford Aussie Hoops to the WNBL. They've been backing Aussie sports and communities for nearly 100 years. So when you're ready to hit the court, your local Ford dealer is here to help you get to the game. Cox takes care of business. And gets the Fire on the board.
And I love that full court pressure from Ellis. Burton is so hard to guard when she's got momentum. She's going downhill. So I really like that full court pressure.
Samuels spacing the floor, book it. First 3 for Bendigo.
Straight off the bench, splashes a 3. Does not feel much better than that. Great job by Samuels.
And look at the team up and about, waving towels. This is what finals is all about. And Woods, that's got to feel good. Getting those first 2 points, see the ball go through the rim.
That was a much more confident drive by Woods there. It's exactly what she needs to keep doing.
Burton around the strong screen from Griffin.
Great pass.
Dispose of the defender, and Griffin lays it in for 2.
Burton is just absolutely 100% switched on.
Coffey spotted the lane. The Spirit able to corral. Nice start away from home. 5-point advantage. Turns it over. Now Coffey with the open canvas. Euro stepping by. And a defensive foul against Griffin.
And I like that Coffey is going and she's being aggressive. She just needs to be confident with her shot. But for Fire to be successful, Coffey needs to get going. Like we said, she didn't have many shots. She only had 7 shot attempts, and Spirit kept her to just 5 points. So I like this intensity from her so far.
Yeah, I think she just looks like she's overthinking a little bit in the first few shots. She gets blocked on the first, overthinks the second, should have taken it. Even that one probably should have just gone hard on her left. So hopefully, and there's no reason, she's played so well the last few games, so hopefully she can relax.
Megan near Coffey, one of the keys today.
Yeah, and just touching on what you said, Beck, she's firing herself up. I'm just sitting right behind the Townsville bench, and she's yelling at herself when she's got the ball in her hands and when she's shooting it. So you can see that obviously means a lot to her today to bounce back, and she's firing herself up.
Thanks, Megs. Cox rises up, denies Burton. Now deflected, and Ellis sees it off.
And that was a perfect example of how to build a wall. She just stopped Burton, Cox and Froling, and there was no way she was getting it over those two.
Burton does well to fight over the screen. Ellis, though, still slicing through. Rebound favours the Spirit, and Griffin all alone.
That's the difference right now. Bendigo are finishing, Townsville are not. I mean, that's 2 nice, easy layups that Townsville have missed the last 2 possessions. That's the only difference right now.
And you spoke earlier, Riss, this is how Spirit did get the lead in game 1, is they were scoring off the turnovers or missed shots of Townsville, where currently when Townsville are getting a stop, they're not going down that offensive end and being successful with their shots.
First minutes in the contest for Alex Fowler, who notched up 50 WNBL games in game 1. Ellis keeps it in across the sideline, and that will be a foul on Werrong. Referee couldn't let that go.
But they really are waiting till the last second to call it. You can see Alice is absolutely exhausted already.
Bodies are just absolutely flying everywhere. But if Fire can keep being aggressive, Spirit are now up to 14 fouls. So if they get one more, they can now go to the line, get a few shots, see them go through the hoop, and it might just let them take a deep breath and calm down.
You can see the Bendigo bench calling for a flop there, but there really does seem to be a lot of contact going on out there.
Sure is. It's 14 fouls already for Bendigo. Let's get down to Nath Tremple, courtside.
Well, as you, Beck and Larissa know too well, championships are often not won by the stars. It's contributions from your bench. Ominous signs early. This atmosphere is mayhem, yet Bendigo weathered the storm early. Casey Samuels subs in, first touch triple, and we just then saw then the defensive pressure of Abby Werung. Yes, she was called for the foul, but ominous signs early from Bendigo.
Thanks, Nate. Points count for Lauren Cox.
Much needed offensive rebound by Cox there, so that's a big basket.
1 of 8 from the field prior to that one. At that though, still right in this early days. Here's Burton. Back out to Griffin at the top. Great look from 3.
Just a little bit off Kelsey so far. We know she can make that shot very easily. Might be a door open down that end, who knows?
Megs did say the aircon was on full ball.
Clearly very strong that end at the moment.
Coffee off the dribble. Mansfield's off the bench. Great vision into the corner. Fowler. Bendigo defense getting the job done early.
You can see just the up-in-your-face defense on Sammy right now.
Denial managed to get 3 eventually. Coffee slowed up. And now Woods will reset with Cox. Samuel switches onto the ball. Somehow got it ahead of the play, and Cox lays it in for 2.
These players are going to be absolutely exhausted. It is so physical. They have to work extremely hard on every possession so far.
Zigzagging through Burton. Basket waved off, an early foul call.
And if Burton keeps creating like she has for herself and her teammates, I wouldn't mind seeing Fire choose a different option in their on-ball defense. So Burton just doesn't have all this time and room to think about what she wants to do because she's too good.
I agree, Beck. She's getting way too much space and time to make a decision at the moment. So I actually really do agree that Townsville need to adjust that.
Whitcomb attacks, and the lefty lay-in. That'll feel good for Sammy Whitcomb, getting involved early. Woods spins inside. Coffee, corner 3 ball. Just a little off from 3, but they'll get a fresh 14. Leading into the post is Fowler. Mansfield. Another great look, and it was only a matter of time.
That was great inside-outside, but I love that Nia Coffey took that first shot. Great offensive rebound, great ball movement. Shannon Seaborn discussed in the game, in the pre-game, how he really wanted them to play with more pace. That last possession was much more like them.
Whistle against the Spirit.
And this is what I really like about Mansfield. She comes off the bench, but she's experienced, and she showed this in the semi-final series. She hits those open threes, and it really does help her team just collect their thoughts, get them back going, and then there she forced a turnover for the Spirit. So she's been a great spark off the bench for the Fire.
First 3 of the game for the Fire. Cox from the baseline. And Townsville take the lead for the first time, Megan.
And she's pumped.
And I said this earlier, I believe they need to go to Cox early, especially now with Tolo in foul trouble. That is the mismatch. Cox can score, but she's also a great passer, so give her the ball while she's hot.
8 points, 3 of 5 shooting. Early days for Lauren Cox. Terrific start. The Spirit, who led early, have had their lead evaporated from the Fire. First chance for Kennedy Kariyama to address his team in the timeout. Let's listen in.
They come to us from the Cheer Academy of Townsville. They're sponsored by RMS Engineering and Construction. Today's game brought to you by Aligned Corporate Residences Townsville, your home in Townsville. Palmer Street. With the Studio 1 and 2 bedroom service departments, Aligned Corporate Residences Townsville. Come home to comfort.
Stay powered with Signet, Australia's favourite power bank brand. Keep your devices charged and never miss a moment. Visit signet.com to find your perfect power bank. 2:23 remaining in the first. Kennedy Kariyama just steadying his team. Let's get down to Megan.
Well, Beck Cole just mentioned before that timeout about Mansfield being a spark off the bench, and another one's been inserted in the form of team sensation Saffron Shields. Townsville liked what they got out of her in game one. They won't like that. In terms of guarding Whitcomb, and the message from Shannon in that timeout was just continuing that intensity on the defence and to keep moving the ball and running with pace.
Thanks, Megs. Cox inside with the jump hook. Their own miss, and Townsville regain it from the baseline. Nate Stremple is listening in to the huddle as well.
Well, watching this one flow so far, it's a reverse mirror image of game one. It was Cox with early foul trouble, allowing Tolo to have an influence offensively in game one. Now we see Cox having an influence, but Beck Cole's already mentioned the Fire's on-ball coverage. And the elite screen setting of Tolo and Kelsey Griffin is underrated for Bendigo. We've seen Whitcomb and Burton getting what they want coming off on balls, and that Bendigo timeout just reinforced that they'll play through those two off middle on balls.
Thanks, Nate. See more of that here. With Burton around the screen of Griffin. He smash. And the fadeaway, Jay, is pure. Lead changes hands once more. Mansfield's been active since being injected into this game. Coffey just strong, but batted out of there from Cox.
And although they didn't come up with the ball, I'm loving this aggression by Cox. And we can tell she is passionate on the floor tonight, but her being able to get those offensive rebounds, or, you know, might not be on the stat sheet, you get a tip, it goes to your team for a second chance option. It's really crucial right now, and I'm loving Cox's energy.
Burton stopped at the elbow. Great pocket pass, laying just off. Kennedy Kerryama wouldn't be too displeased with that, however. Shields, the youngster out of the COE, attacking on Griffin.
That's a great rip baseline. She recognised no split line there. Really nice finish by the youngster.
Whitcomb, pump fake, clinical. Sammy Whitcomb getting involved in the first.
And the vet takes it straight at her at the other end.
9 points for Sammy. Cox has shown an ability this season to hit from three, and does so there.
Yeah, she's getting it done in this first quarter. They really needed her to lift Beck. We've discussed it in the pre-game. She's definitely getting it done right now.
And she is feeling it, and the crowd is getting behind her. I love the atmosphere in this stadium right now.
Griffin opts against the three. Cut off from Fowler. Shields with Whitcomb bearing down.
Oh.
Has to go. Not far away, the Fire. 1 point leaders after 10 minutes played here in far north Queensland. Townsville 21 lead the Spirit 20. Game 2 of the Signet WNBL Grand Final. Single-digit advantage for Townsville after a quarter of play, and Lauren Cox has been the difference so far. 13 points and 5 of 8 shooting to lead the way for the Fire. Liam Ellison, Beck Cole and Larissa Anderson with you on the call. And Beck, that was something else from Lauren Cox.
It really was. You could tell she was coming back in game 2 with a vengeance. She's really put her team on her shoulders right now. She is bringing that energy, that spark, and that's coming from not only scoring but getting offensive rebounds, making good defensive decisions down at the other end, and I'm sure she's raring to go for this second quarter.
You can see here that they're still going to, Bendigo have decided they cannot risk Cox getting any more points. They don't have a matchup with Tolo off the bench, so they're going to play her with 2. So we'll see if Townsville go early here at Tolo to get her early third.
Nate, interested to hear if Lauren Cox was spoken about in the Kennedy Kerryama huddle.
Very much so, Liam, and there's multiple voices of leadership in that Bendigo timeout. But the final word came from Sammy Whitcomb, and she said, right now, let's make sure no one else gets going. So far, it's only been Cox. Let's see how we can guard her. And how about the word of Kelsey Griffin, 4-time championship winner, binds back the clock with 6 and 5 in the first quarter.
Poked away. Thanks, Nate. Men's Bendigo basketball. Megan Huswaite was in the Townsville huddle. Next.
Kelsey Griffin here. Shannon Seaborn wants to see his team continue to be aggressive. Offensively, he said they were nervous in the first 4 minutes, but they've now got their flow, as we can see, as they go to the line, and he says they've got to keep that offensive flow, something that dried up in Bendigo on Wednesday night.
Thanks, Megan. That nervous energy has dissipated now.
And Meg spoke earlier about energies and sparks off the bench, and Shields has already come on. She's been defending Burton up the floor. She's gotten 2, a steal and a deflection, and that length and her quickness, I really like that matchup with her on Burton.
Here's Mansfield's. First look at the second quarter. Great vision from Woods. Cox for her second 3. Mansfield somehow wrestles it away, steps back herself. And Samuels and Wilson combine. Great find down low, the seal for Tolo. And a walk, says the official.
You can just see the size of Cox under the basket. That's enough. I mean, Tolo is more than capable of powering that up, but she's got them all second guessing under there right now.
Shields and Fowler remaining out there off the pine, alongside Mansfield's. Beautiful Fire offense on display. Now they find a meaningful movement. Fowler extra finds. Shields inside. Sublime from the Fire.
Lovely extra pass.
What ball movement. This is pretty basketball, and this is what Fire did great for the first 20 minutes. So they just need to keep doing this every possession.
You can see their defensive intensity has just stepped up right from the start of the second quarter, making them just doing a much better job.
Burton high off the window. Cox sweeps the glass. Bump the lead out to 3. Shields with a float game.
There's that pace that Shannon's calling from. He wants those stops so they can run. You cannot run without playing defense. So far, the start of this second quarter is exactly the style that Townsville want to play.
7-0 run for Townsville. And away out via Tolo.
Really liking Fowler on Burton. She's doing such a good job with her length.
Stops piling up now for Townsville. Fowler, the jab step and the drive, baseline. Samuels over the top. It's a personal foul.
And right now, Fire are gaining that momentum. Their effort and their hustle on the defensive end is now bringing their offense. And they're pushing. Mansfield's done a great job of knowing when to slow it up, when to push. And like you said, Briss, Shannon Seaborn was talking about how they wanted to push the pace more. They have such an athletic team.
Calling all sports teams, say goodbye to travel headaches and hello to CTM Sport. CTM are 100% committed to delivering excellence in their field. Leave the logistics to the travel experts so your athletes can focus on what they do best. Learn more at ctmsport.com.au. 2 of 2 at the line for Fowler.
Now that's 2 fouls on Casey Samuels. So Townsville doing a great job, much better job of attacking and getting them in foul trouble so far.
Fowler with the assignment. Looks against the screen and a whistle.
Just got called for the hands foul there, but her reach and she's so agile defensively to stay with Wickham. You can see Wickham was really trying to get that pull back there to get the three off, but her length, she just stayed with her the whole time. So Townsville have some nice little matchups for Wickham. They're making her work hard.
They really do, and like you said, it's a team game. So anyone can match up, and the fact they have the length of Shields, Woods, Coffey, Fowler is that they can switch on these handoffs and these screens, and that is such an asset to have.
Absolutely. Another tough shot there by Kelsey. So defense has been a massive factor in this second quarter so far for Townsville.
Chance to build on this 9-0 lead, and Mansfield banks it home for 2 more.
Been a few bankers so far up that end.
Hasn't there?
They'll take it.
How they will.
The banks are normally open on a Sunday, so I'm sure Fire are happy about that.
You were dying to say that. I could feel it.
A bingo card, I think, as Griffin is fouls. Mansfield's have her first.
And you can see Bert and Sammy, they're just getting their team together. They can tell the momentum sort of shifted. They're getting a bit, just frustrated with calls. What you need to do is stick together. So that was great leadership, just rallying the troops and saying, stick to the course. We know what we need to do.
Spirit held scoreless so far through the first 3 minutes of this quarter. Nath Strempel with a great point of view down there by the Bendigo bench. Nath, how are you seeing it?
Well, Liam, question for Larissa, the coach in the room. I find it intriguing. The Bendigo bigs in foul trouble, 2 for Samuels, 2 for Tolo. Cox has been dominating, and right at that moment, Townsville will go small. Larissa, how do you counter that for Bendigo? Do you use a chance to get some rest and protect your bigs, or do you stay big and go at them?
Well, it's working for Townsville's benefit. Other than that right there, it's working to Townsville's benefit because they've gone that faster, more agile, long lineup that they can just switch everything. So it is a really interesting point. You would think that Townsville would take it right at Tolo here, and likewise Bendigo would go inside.
Woods pulls up from the elbow. Trolling had first hands to it.
Don't know that they'll keep Cox on the bench for much longer though.
Didn't think so. Baseline ball, Bendigo. As Mansfield takes a break. Let's get down to Megan Huswaite.
Well, I can give a Lauren Cox report. Our knees are touching each other. That's how close we are on the end of the Townsville bench. We know it's a full house in here, and her sweat is dripping on my legs, but she's got a nice ice-cold towel around her neck. She's cheering the team. She likes to just sit on the bench a bit away from everyone and have a bit of time and space to herself, but she's definitely keen to get back on and add to those 13 points.
That is first-class access. Thanks, Megan. Shields exploding to the rack. Trolling off the glass. And earns her way to the stripe.
And now Frolling's attacking. Cox is off. Froling has now taken on that responsibility of, I need to try and get offensive second chance points, extra possessions for my team. And now she's earned her way to the line.
Returning home to Townsville this season, Alicia Froling. What a great year. Starting 5 for Shannon Seabom's squad.
Really promising that they've got this nice little lead without the likes of Woods and Coffey really getting into the game yet as well.
Miscue from Bendigo.
And Spirit just, to me, feel a little bit rattled at the moment. They're making turnovers that, they wouldn't normally do. But this is the thing. It's a grand final series. They're experienced vets. They don't give up. They learn from their mistakes and they know what they need to do. So I'm sure they'll just chip away, climb their way back in and refocus.
Over that time, it's a 12-2 run at the moment for the Townsville Fire. And Werung helps steady the ship. Whitcomb bursting off the handoff. Great vision to Tolo. 2 at the line to come from Bendigo, and this they did so well in game 1 where they were 18 of 20 from the line.
Yeah, that was interesting there. I think Townsville look a bit perplexed by that call, considering what they've let go. I don't think they anticipated that one, but Bendigo certainly need these 2 free throws, that's for sure.
First trip of the afternoon for Tolo. And it's 2 of 2. Shields running point for the Fire, the youngster. Fowler opts against the 3 and lifted that pivot foot. Travel call against the Fire.
And Fowler's a good shooter. I would love to see her just be confident, shoot that shot. And in game 1, like we heard Shannon in the timeout, he said, don't play tentative. Don't play like we need to be safe. Yes, you're up, but keep being aggressive. Get that lead bigger and bigger.
Tolo had position on Cox.
That was a great play then by Bendigo. That was a nice wide open layout. Tolo would love to have that one back, I think.
Transition 3 results in another offensive rebound for Townsville. This has become a problem for Bendigo. Shields, the stutter step. Look out to Woods. Steps inside the arc. And strong on the J.
For some reason, these Townsville players are hesitating to pop the 3. I'm not quite sure. That's another one by Woods that normally should fire that one up.
And sometimes that's the correct shot to take. And when that is the case, what happens is then you have people in rebounding positions. And here we just see Tolo really getting going in this second quarter, making sure her presence is still known. It's good to see her be aggressive with those 2 early fouls.
Much better finish on that play too by Tolo.
Woods, opposite corner is Cox. Rattles out, but Fowler again.
Nice job by Fowler.
Cannot get the reward at the moment, the Fire.
Still hesitating.
5 of 22 from 3 in game 1. Uncharacteristic for a team that has been terrific shooting the 3 ball this season. Woods, hoop and harm. And she's headed to the line for one more.
Even better way to get a 3.
The old-fashioned way.
What an and one there. As we know, she's so poised when she come off those on balls. We just see her get hit, sort of hang in the air, and that's going to feel good for Woods. Get her going.
$13 points, 7 rebounds in game 1. Tolo controls the rebounds. Whitcomb slowed up. 3.5 remaining in this first half. Again, it's Tolo involved. Cox comes across and a foul call.
That middle on ball has been really hurting the Fire at the moment. We have Sammy Burton coming off the screen from Tolo, and because they're in a bit of a drops, the Fire, that allows just too much of an easy roll for Tolo for 2. So it wouldn't surprise me if they look to change that up.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned that in the first quarter. Burton's a big part of that too. You give her the time and space, and she's got the poise and the experience to make that great pass when you give her that time.
2 of 2 once again for Tolo, and Cox with her first personal. Back to a 4-point deficit. Fowler this time.
The cooling must be up. That's about 4 air balls from the 3. That's why they're all hesitating, but they've got to maybe turn the cooling down a bit. They've got to keep putting those 3s up.
Maybe. They've certainly lost their mojo in the last few minutes. Griffin, tough catch down low. Does well to get it in rotation. 3 seconds. Tolo over the outstretched arm of Cox. And it was pure Townsville defense. Woods directing traffic. Burton does well to slide her feet with 10 seconds. It's Ellis stepping back. Not far away, but the same result for Townsville.
Ellis yet to score as well, which is uncharacteristic, but still a 4-point lead here to Fire. Great battle so far, both teams.
We're up. Backing down Ellis. And another turnover. Number 7.5 for the Spirit. A timeout on the floor. And these are the 2 best defensive squads in the WNBL. Plays 28, closing moments of this second quarter. A sold-out crowd in Townsville. Great to have your company around the country for WNBL Grand Final Game 2. 4-point advantage for the Fire, who opened the quarter with a 12-2 run. But it's been the post play for the Spirit the last few moments that has brought them back into it.
Yeah, really strategic by Bendigo. But look, both these teams just match up so beautifully. So smart by Bendigo to capitalise when Cox did need to have a break. I mean, she started so well, but she did need a break. And that allowed Bendy to go back inside. So as soon as Cox has come back out, it's settled them a bit. She's definitely making a big difference on both ends of the floor, Beck.
She really is. For me, she's really been the Energizer Bunny for the Fire. She's showing that passion. She's rallying her troops. But I think what they need to do is maybe just be more aggressive. She can be at the line, at the point of the screen on an on-ball action and make Veronica Burton or Sammy Whitcomb actually retreat. It will give her back more time to go back to Tolo.
It was noted in the pre-game that the Mariana Tolo-Lauren Cox matchup was going to be a crucial one, and we've seen that exactly that so far this afternoon. Cox with 13 and Tolo with 8, two of the leaders here in this one. And Nate Strempel was listening into the Bendigo huddle.
Well, Kennedy closed that timeout with everyone boxing a rebound, but I feel like there's just been a sense with Bendigo, Tolo with 2, Samuels with 2, Griffin just the 1. Just a slight edge of not wanting to pick up a third when they're fighting on the glass, and hence we're seeing Townsville get with the offensive rebound. Beck Cole as a player, are you thinking you need to protect those fouls? Because if they go into half with only 2, watch Bendigo be able to come out and attack in the second.
Thanks, Nathan. Rolling back to the line. What a pretty 3 moments ago from Sammy Whitcomb.
And that's what Sammy Whitcomb does best. Froling played great defense on that possession, but Whitcomb, she's a vet. She kept the dribble alive, got her on a step back, and a shot like that, that can be the thing that gets your team going.
It looked like she would have even got a fingertip to that. She was so close, but God, Whitcomb releases that fast.
Can work in a phone box. Sammy Whitcomb, couple of threes for her, 2 of 4. Throwing rattles out.
I also loved, though, how quickly Fire responded there. That's the pace, again, that we've spoken about a few times with Shannon. Sammy scored, they got it in immediately and drilled it up the other end.
Burton around the screen. Nearly banks home. Out of nowhere is Whitcomb.
Can't believe she
trigger on the
that.
3, yeah. Looks to get some teammates involved, and Cox able to cut it off. Minute and a half remaining in the seconds. Townsville led by 5 at halftime in game 1. With a similar scenario at the moment. Cox again pulls the trigger. Rolling tracked it down. And a reset for Townsville. Ellis. Jump down low to the block.
Great pass.
Recognised. Froling there with the left hands.
And again, Fire just so poised. They're never rushed. It went down to the wire there on the shot clock, but they're just able to move the ball, get inside, outside actions, and then they also get the ball reversals, and now they're feeling confident. They get up the floor first, force a turnover. Fire have really come to play here today.
Uncharacteristic mistake there turnover there by Bendigo. Nice little bonus possession here for Townsville.
Sure is. With 10 seconds. Going for their buck on this trip down the floor. As Coffey denied, Burton all over it.
And again, Burton just doing a great job on the defensive end with Coffey. And what I've noticed is they're trying to get Coffey inside off flex screen actions. But what the Bendigo Spirit have obviously talked about is they're switching that screen so Burton can stay on the outside, make sure that she's not getting posted up, and then the bigger guard or the likes of Samuels is then taking Coffey, so they're not actually able to use that advantage right now. So very smart play by the Spirit.
It's a great defensive effort team-wise from Bendigo, and there Coffey. Here's Kennedy Carriama.
If it's press break, press break,
Equally amazing. Wishing you all the best for today. Fire up for the finals. That is from Sienna
This is to Abby Ellis. Have a great team. Have a great day. You are my favourite player. You make the best three-pointers. One more. Good afternoon, Alicia. I love the way you play. If you need a haircut, let me know. I'm a barber.
Amy Smith, happy birthday today, Amy Smith, turning 36 years old. Applause, Amy Smith, happy 36
Bendigo looking to potentially tie this up at the half-time break. 34 plays 31. It was an 11 scoring run from the Townsville Fire at the opening stages of this quarter. It sees them in the lead at this stage.
And a pretty significant lead in the rebounding count too. I mean, Townsville have already got 11 offensive rebounds, and yet great play there by Bendigo. And yet it's pretty much neck and neck. So things are looking pretty good for Bendigo right now. That really Townsville is leading in most categories.
It is a significant difference for Rissa. 11-2 offensive rebounds. Shields with the duties. 6 seconds. Inside is Cox. Under the glass, just in time is Coffey. It's a 1-point differential at the halftime break in game 2. And for the second game running, the Fire lead at the main break. The Spirit got it done in the second half in game 1. Will we see more of the same? 5,500 Townsville fans here think otherwise. Megan Huswaits with Lauren Cox.
I am Lauren Cox is just having a quick drink, a point the difference. Bendigo lead all categories. Do you think that reflects on the scoreboard? Would you prefer the lead to be a bit bigger at this stage?
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to be back and forth, up and down. Bendigo's a good team, obviously. They wouldn't be in this position if they weren't. Same with us. So we just got to keep going, manage their runs, and do what we know how to do.
Take us into the matchup with Tolo. We know it was huge on Wednesday night. You spoke about the positioning pre-game, about that being an important part. How are you seeing it so far?
Yeah, I've let her get a couple deep. I just got to be more physical and do my work early.
We'll let you get into the rooms. Thanks for your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
13 points for Lauren Cox, all of which came in that first quarter. It has been a fascinating battle between the two bigs. We'll go through it in the halftime break. 1 point advantage to Townsville.
We know you like
One half in the books of Game 2 of the Grand Final Series, and it is neck and neck once more. The Fire with a 1-point advantage through 20 minutes of play, 34 plays, 33. Liam Ellison, Beck Cole and Larissa Anderson with you on the call. And Beck, that was a particularly big start to that second quarter for the Townsville Fire.
It really was. What an entertaining first half we had. Again, Fire really came to play in that first half. And I feel like they made the Spirit do a few uncharacteristic things, but as we know, they're experienced, they chipped away, and hasn't the matchup of Cox and Tolo been an absolute highlight?
It really has. Look, I think the fact that we've only got two players in double figures, in Cox with 13 and Wickham with 14, daylight between them and next few players. The three-point percentage is down for both teams, but particularly for Townsville, they're only shooting 12% from the three, 2 from 16, but they're getting it done on the boards, which is keeping them in the game. They're dominating the boards with 11 offensive at half-time. So really, what one's lacking, the other's getting done. So it's going to be interesting to see how they both adjust and come out in the second half.
It is a big advantage on the offensive board, and Lauren Cox has been one of the key reasons why for the Fire, leading the way early with the scoring. But the question is, there's been a little bit of Mariana Tolo has then come back when Lauren Cox hit the bench. I mean, how do they manage that throughout?
I just think you have to stick to your game plan. There's going to be ebbs and flows of the game. We see Tolo with 8 points. She's got 2 rebounds, but she is in that foul trouble. So do you look to attack her at that end of the floor?
Here's a look at how Lauren Cox got it done. First coming from offensive rebounds, and we've seen her really willing to shoot as well from beyond the arc, Larissa.
She does, but look, and so she should. She really backs herself from outside. We saw in game 1, they did not drop for her in the second half. So Bendigo are clearly letting her go on that long shot. But I love that she's backing herself and she's going to keep taking them.
Sammy Wickham with 12 points in game 1 was able to make an impact defensively, but her offensive game has really been on point here, Beck, so far.
It really has. Credit to Fire's defensive output on that on-ball action. Sammy's had to work so hard for all of her shots, but Sammy's doing what she does best. She keeps the ball alive. She ebbs and flows through that half court. She gets to the rack. She shoots her threes, and it's just a testament to why she did get MVP this season.
We saw that famed one-legged three ball to the left wing and then a fadeaway on the right as well. She has been at her very best, Sammy Wickham, and those are sure to feature in some of the plays of the round. Let's have a look at the top 5 from game 1. In the hands of Werron with 5 seconds. Spinning by Mansfield. That was some finish. Coffey switching on to Burke. Still attacking. Wow. Showing leadership. Here we go. 2 of 8 from 3. Ellis around the pick. High off the window and in. Wickham got there, the poke away, and now with the Jets. Moments away from the second half here in Game 2 of the Grand Final. 1 point advantage to the Townsville Fire. And it's a sold-out Townsville Entertainment Centre, and they are loving what they are seeing so far in this game. The community has gotten right behind Townsville throughout the entire final series, and now it is a record Fire crowd here in attendance for the big one. Let's see what we have in store for the second half. And you may notice today the players from both sides have a purple band around the top of their singlet, as they have had all season long. This band is a powerful symbol of support for survivors of domestic violence. This season, the WNBL clubs, athletes and the Players Association have united to raise awareness around this critical issue. Enough is enough. A life free from violence is possible, and when everyone plays a role, real change happens. Learn how you can be a part of the solution by visiting Full Stop Australia. The QR code and phone number on your screen now. A season-long initiative from the Signet WNBL. Megan Huswaite has Susie Bakovic, a Townsville Fire legend, 5-time champ, 6-time MVP, one of the longest resumes in the game. Megs.
The Queen of Townsville, Susie Bakovic, it just must warm your heart. A sold-out Fire pit, 5,400 here today.
It is amazing, and it's electric being in here. And you know, even back when I played, we had amazing fans, and it shows today they're still incredible and they're loud.
Can Townsville have the crowd behind them and get it done?
Yeah, 100%. I think having the crowd definitely does help. We used to say it's like a sixth man, but it's a great game by both teams. It's physical out there, and they're all leaving nothing behind. So it's amazing watching. And from the Fire's perspective, they definitely need some shots to drop. And you could probably say the same a little bit down the other end. There's it's a physical game, so it's all about the rebounds and doing the 1%ers.
And I know what you're loving the most is the battle inside between Lauren Cox and Mariana Tolo. Two legitimate bigs going at it. Your eyes are lighting up at the match.
It is. It's incredible watching it, and watching the league the last few years just go from strength to strength, but definitely watching the bigs battle in there, I love it, and I think they're doing incredible. And Cox has 13 to her name. Sammy Wickham's got 14. It's been a great game so far, and I look forward to this next half.
Let you get back to your deck, Susie. It is called Susie's Deck here at the Fire Pit. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
As it should be. Thanks, Megs. The Townsville Fire have been such a successful club over the past decade. These two teams, in fact, have won 6 of the last 12 titles, and we've got more royalty from the Townsville perspective. 2018 head coach who won the chip with the Fire, Claudia Prasad with Nate.
Well, not only 2018, Liam, part of the coaching staff when they won 3 and 4 years between 2015 and 2018. Claudia, coming out of halftime, the Bendigo coach said they need more inside paint touches and need to look after, they will take care of the glass, not allow Townsville to offensively rebound. Your insights on the game as a coach?
Yeah, look, I think it's a true grand final slugfest, real defensive type of game, and we've done Coffey and Burton are both quiet, so probably expect them to come out in the second half and make some bigger buckets. But it's been a great game so far. I'm excited to see what happens in the second half.
Claude, I can hardly hear you. Talk to me about the atmosphere and the way WNBL basketball captures this town.
It's amazing, right? I think your first experience here, we've experienced it lots of times. Our first grand final sold out in 7 minutes a couple of years ago, so we love it. We support this town. The town supports the Fire tremendously, and they love coming out. Look at us tonight.
Claudia, enjoy the show. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Nate. Great scenes here in Townsville. They do support them so well. And here we go, third quarter underway. This last week is where Bendigo were able to turn it on its head, outscoring the Fire by 15 in the second half. What do we have in store here this afternoon? Blocked from Wilson. First defensive stop to the Spirit.
And hasn't it just been, like Claudia just said, a slugfest out there? These two teams are the best defensive teams from the regular season, and they've shown with how small they've led this margin. And what I absolutely love is the top scorers and the highlights of Game 1 in Veronica Burden and Abby Ellis. Burden is only on 2 points. Ellis is on 0. So it shows both defense from each teams are great. And who can step up? Because this is a team game. People need to contribute.
Woods draws the foul.
Look, often the difference in grand finals are the
unexpected players stepping up, and you saw it right there. Kelly Wilson with a huge block on Ellis in the first play, and then up the other end hits a nice J. And it is those sort of players that need to step up to make the difference in a grand final.
Woods around a pair of screens.
However, it would be nice if Woods and Coffey and Ellis could start dropping some shots for Townsville. They really do need their scoring here.
Right on cue for Woods, who's got 6 in the game. Strong side emptied out for Wilson and Griffin. Tolo arrives with a slash and smokes the lay-in. Bobbled out though to Tolo. Burton. Nice bounce down low to Tolo, and clean defense, says the official. Cox on the other ends. Griffin reaches in.
That was unlucky by Cox. I was just about to say what a great job tapping that out, but gave Sammy a fast break.
She read it best, and Whitcomb to the line.
And smart foul by Woods there. She was making sure if Sammy's going up for this shot, she is not going to get an and one. She's not making this. I'm going to make her earn it from the stripe.
14 for Sammy Whitcomb, 6 of 9 shooting. What a season she's had. 21 points per game, 5 assists, the league MVP. Splits a pair. Let's get down to Nate Strempel, courtside.
Just one detail that could be crucial in the context of the game. Sammy Whitcomb's third foul, trying to trail Courtney Woods on the screen before. Bendigo leaving her out there. Larissa, would you be brave enough to leave her out there on 3?
Sammy Whitcomb, yes.
Fair enough. There's your assessment from Larissa Anderson. She will have to be careful, though, managing those 3. Only player in any real foul trouble in this game. One-legged runner. Unlucky from Whitcomb. Follows up with her hands.
However, she needs to not stick her mitts in on possessions like that, or else I probably would have to sit her. You don't want to, she doesn't want to risk her fourth foul.
It was risky. Ellis running point. Strong screen provided, popping out as Cox. Woods leading Froling just off, and Bendigo bench loving the team defense.
And the Spirit in Game 1 and Game 2 have really done a great job on Woods. Woods has led her team through the regular season with 5.5 assists per game. She had actually 0 assists in Game 1, and she's just found it a bit more difficult off those pick and roll situations. So credit to Spirit on the defensive job they've done on her.
Tolo, recognition. Griffin open for 3. 3 of 9 today from 3, the Spirit. Skip past the Coffey. Burton got her hand in.
Just really uncharacteristic start here. I mean, that was a 5-on-4 situation for Townsville. They should have done a lot better. Just a few sloppy passes and turnovers happening.
Feeding back inside. Griffin. Tolo. Normally automatic from mid-range.
Yeah, they're lucky that Bendigo aren't capitalising off these errors at the moment. It's really both teams starting a little bit slow here.
Coffey. Strong on the 3. Tied ball game, 6.5 remaining in the third.
And this third quarter is a lot like Game 1. Both teams come out a little bit messy. Nothing is really too clean. So who is going to take a deep breath, go back to their scout, know what they want to do on offense, and really use this 6.5 minutes to their advantage?
Woods, double dribble. Referee right onto it.
Yeah, they really have Woods second-guessing herself here. Another little error there, double dribble called. But credit to Sammy. I mean, we talk about our offense all the time, but she's really getting it done defensively.
Great display of room service moments ago as well from Whitcomb.
And I don't mind this sub by Shannon Seaborn bringing Mansfield back on. I thought she was great off the bench in the first half. And as a point guard, I think she'll just be able to really help Fire. And Tolo, you can see her frustration. That is her third foul. That is crucial. She's not happy about it at all. But again, smart by the Fire.
You can sense that was crucial as well.
Well, just called for a moving screen there, and she felt like she really didn't have any other options. So, yeah, I'd like to see a replay, but you're not going to get that foul back, unfortunately.
3 for Tolo, 3 for Whitcomb.
Ooh,
and I like this. Cox aggressive. She knows I've got Tolo in foul trouble. What a finish. And she just flexed. I'm flexing with you, Cox. That was a move.
Here's Burton. Gets back into the corner with Wilson. Coffey now defending point. Sammy's got 7 seconds to work with. Cox, denied. Read that perfectly. He's controlling the paint, Lauren Cox. See if they attack Tolo again here.
And I don't know if both teams are a bit tired, but there's not a lot of ball movement or off-ball action happening right now. Both teams just need to settle.
Really textbook on the roll, but his handling is Burton. Open for 3. It's yet to fall this afternoon. At the moment, it almost feels a mirror image of game 1. It was the 4th quarter where it really opened up. Off-ball foul call, and it's an offensive foul. Let's trample a crucial few moments here. Foul trouble for the Spirit.
It's called for the bump on the screen. But this game delicately poised with 3 fouls for Sammy Whitcomb and 3 for Mariana Tolo. Kelsey Griffin looks a little bit gashed. She's played uncharacteristically high minutes with 20 so far due to foul trouble for Tolo and Samuels. She's doing everything with 6 and 8 for 0-3 from the 3-point line without fatigue. I think one to watch as she gets her legs late in the game. I feel like Kelsey Griffin might be lined up to drive a big triple.
Thanks, Nate. Townsville crowd trying to give their side a boost. Cox turns, fronts, fires. And Burton and Samuels control. Burton will reset. The cross on Fowler, great vision. Whitcomb, danger signs for the Fire.
That is such a good pass. Burton is just, she knows where Sammy Whitcomb is. She knows they need to get the ball to Sammy Whitcomb, and Sammy Whitcomb delivers.
She is pumped up. 18 in the game for Sammy Whitcomb and a 3-point lead heading into the timeout. 3:53 remaining in the third. Sammy Whitcomb, 7 of 11 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3-point land, and a trio of steals to boot. She has been excellent, the league MVP, searching for her first WNBL title. Just about done it all in the world of basketball. There are the cowbells on display.
I'm surprised I can't hear more than that, but this will be an important timeout by Shannon right now.
They're just staying on the 3. We've got to get back to getting to one side to the other. Break the paint, cross collapse, right, and then close out.
8 plays 4 in the third quarter for Bendigo. Should note they outscored the Fire by 15 in game 1 in the second half. Shannon Seabom looking to correct that trend. Townsville trailing by 3 here, but the league MVP, Sammy Whitcomb, is doing Sammy Whitcomb things. 3 steals, 3 triples, 18 points to her name. And a little momentum shift here once more in this one. Megan Huswaite was listening into Townsville.
I was, and Shannon Seaborn wasn't too bothered by that big shot from Sammy Whitcomb. He said that's not the issue here. We've had 8 possessions in a row without scoring. It's the offense. And they need this woman, Nia Coffey. That will help.
Yeah. Sure will help. Thanks, Megs.
Boy, did she need that. Let's see if she can actually get a bit of confidence behind that shot. That was much better.
Sure did. Just the first field goal make. The game for Nia Coffey. Held her well. Samuels penetrating and stopped in her tracks. Shields with the duties deflected. Griffin rises up and a foul call. The second on Alex Fowler. Tense moments here, Nate.
It's hard not to think back to game one. It was 41 apiece at three-quarter time, and it was that last quarter where Bendigo unleashed an offensive onslaught to go for 29 in the last. Coming into that timeout, there was just a feeling that Bendigo had a bit of momentum with that Whitcomb triple in the corner. One to watch now with 3 minutes to go in the third.
It does feel awfully similar to game one. Thanks, Nathan. Whitcomb slips the screen. Burton still slicing down low. That was gritty.
That was such a tough finish. She had to get over an outstretched Cox, but she just uses the body so well.
So able to convert, falling away off balance. Coffey. It's a meaningful movement here, the Fire. Mansfield can't feed Cox. It gets there. Had to let it go, and that is a brilliant 24 seconds from Bendigo. Burton hesitates. Whitcomb tireless. Now it's Griffin in the corner. Again in the hands of Sammy. Fading away, and bingo! Sammy Whitcomb having an influence in the third.
And Coffey's doing a great job getting over those screens, but now that Sammy's hot, the big really needs to step up, have a hand, and help out Coffey more.
They really do, because Bendigo are doing a fantastic job at finding her.
Shields rattles out. And the Spirit now putting together a run. Possession advantage. Long off the handoff. Burton open. That would have really hurt the Fire. You see it off with Coffey. Vision over to Mansfields. Griffin denying the block entry. Cox with the long levers, but Whitcomb.
You can see that icing that sideline pick and roll is really worrying Townsville. They're just not attacking off it at all.
Brain fade that time, and Burton cannot believe the whistle. It'll be the third team foul on the Spirit. Just the first on Burton.
Fire just, to me, look very stagnant again in this third quarter. Like you said, Liam, there's not much meaning behind their movement or lack thereof. And I would love to see the ball through hands, get it inside, outside again. And I just think Bendigo are doing such a good job of getting deflections as well.
Foot Locker is celebrating 50 years of sneakers. Celebrate 50 years and the current hoop season by grabbing the latest kicks and apparel at your nearest Foot Locker, the official major partner of the WNBL. Less than a minute remains in the third. Burton whips it down low, and Fowler did just enough.
Townsville need to remember it's only a 5-point game right now. It is absolutely far from over. They need to get their head up, attack, be really relentless here defensively, and it only takes a couple of possessions and they're right back in there.
Well said. Does feel like advantage Bendigo. Whitcomb, the one-legged fadeaway. Really went as well.
It was straight. We saw that one.
Takes contact. And a walk.
A great defense by Foley.
Yeah, sure.
She used her length. You know, Sammy thought she had the speed on her. She just stayed strong, gave her a body bump, and got her team the ball back.
Shields. Fowler getting Mansfields involved. Screen provided. Post entry cut off, and Burton equally with the steal.
Well, they say offense wins games, defense wins championships, and right now Bendigo look very impressive defensively.
Shot clock unplugged. This feels like a crucial possession. To end the third, Samuels. They won't get a shot away.
Referee pointed the wrong way there. You weren't imagining, Liam. Oh, he's still pointing that way.
Well, maybe not. It certainly had me confused. So Bendigo possession with 0.3 on the game clock.
No, he was meaning to point that way.
Lifted off the Fire is the call. Won't matter. It's a 5-point advantage with 10 minutes to play in game 2. Bendigo potentially could be on their way to a sweep and their 3rd title, but plenty to play out here at the Townsville Entertainment Centre. A 5-point deficit, 3-quarter time. Advantage Bendigo as we turn for home here in game 2. They held Townsville to 7 points in the 3rd quarter, and Sammy Wickham really lifting her team with 21 points and 4 triples for a quick and easy weeknight dinner that the whole family will enjoy. Pick up a family pack of Latina fresh pasta and sauce, ready in minutes and so delicious there won't be any complaints at the dinner table. Find Latina fresh in a chilled pasta aisle near you. Liam Ellison, Beck Cole and Larissa Anderson with you on the call. 10 minutes remain here in grand final game 2. Max Tremple is listening into the huddle.
Barking at the Bendigo Spirit, saying that's a 7-point quarter, that's a 7-point quarter. Sammy Wickham then yelling at her teammates, no let up, no let up. Tolo, Griffin and Wilson playing for their 5th championship. Wickham's done everything but win one. The Bendigo Spirit here potentially 1 quarter away.
Thanks, Nate. Stoked with a 7-point defensive effort in the 3rd quarter, and Tolo starts things off the right way. Larissa, it feels like momentum Bendigo here.
Utterly and completely. You can just see the difference. Townsville look a little stage fright and just really uptight. Bendigo are just absolutely focused.
Woods has drawn the foul on Wickham, and that is crucial. It's number 4 on Sammy. Megan Huswaite, Shannon Seabomber will be pleased with that.
3 words from the 5-time coach of the year at 3-quarter time: shoot the ball. He said, we're not going to win this if we're scared. Attack them, be aggressive. He said, this is it, be brave, play like we're going to win it.
Thanks, Megs. Have struggled from 3 today, 2 of 18. Uncharacteristic for a Townsville team loaded with shooters.
And like Meg's just said, Shannon said you need to shoot the ball. And this is the difference between experienced teams and some younger girls who maybe haven't played at this stage, on this stage before. And it shows you these players are built for these sorts of moments. And right now, Spirit have 5 of them, whereas there's not as many on the Fire team. But one woman who does want to try and put her team on her back right now is Lauren Cox. So it'll be interesting again to see this last quarter battle between her and Tolo.
But this is strategically, this is exactly what happened in game 1. Cox is now 1 from 6 from the 3. They're not dropping, and Bendigo are leaving her out there. So while she absolutely has to keep putting them up, they kind of, I really think they need to change that up a bit. They need to get Cox back inside and attack off that pick and roll more.
See if they can get some post catches for Cox. It's 13 from the baseline for Wilson. Tolo to the point guard in Wilson. Here's where on. Zeep 3 ball. Townsville crowd well and truly still believes. Mansfield off.
I'd love to see a few more step-ups perhaps on the fast break to see if they can actually create, because the icing on the, although they didn't get to ice that one, but the icing on the side pick and roll has really given Townsville some woes today, so maybe some step-ups would open up the floor a bit more for them.
Griffin back heel. Mansfield does well. Coffee running the lanes. Attacking on Burton. And an offensive foul. Barreled into the chest of Burton and an easy charge call.
You can hear the little contingent of Bendigo Spirit fans making themselves very known. Love to see it.
Love to see the travelling support for the Spirit. Townsville just struggling to get their offense flowing at the moment here. Let's get down to Nate Stremple, courtside.
Well, you talk about travelling sport, Liam. Mariana Tolo, a native of Mackay, so there are a few on Team Tolo that have come down from Mackay, but right now the Townsville Fire need more cowbell. Your read on this stadium is right. The life has been sucked out of it going into the 3-quarter break. Momentum is Bendigo. The Fire are desperately looking for something to engage this crowd. The biggest crowd they've ever had in a game, but right now the momentum stays with Bendigo. Now's the moment, though, with Whitcomb sitting down with 4.
Smothering defence from Ellis. Thanks, Nate. Now is the time.
And Cox is on 15 points, but she's the only one in double figures. The next one is on 6. So the Fire really need to get momentum. They need to move off the ball. They need to move for each other. Look inside, outside, ball reversal. I think they just do have a bit of stage fright of what do we need to do? What can we go to that we know that will work?
We can see on that last pick and roll just then, Bendigo switched and Cox still flared to the 3. She had Kelly Wilson on her. Get inside.
Turnover starting to become the problem for the Fire.
Well, it's just they're just not ready. They really do look like they're just a little rattled, I think is the word right now. They're not reading what the defence does as much as what they need to. Like that last one, they had a really clear mismatch. But it only takes a couple of good stops to get them back in. It's only 7 points.
We're on set for the treble, and it is a double-digit advantage. Next basket felt crucial. And while 7 minutes remaining far from over, it is well and truly advantage Bendigo on the back of that 3 from the 6th woman of the year, Abby Werron.
They always find her in that corner, and she's done it so well all season. She is a great percentage from that corner.
And it's only 10 points, but that shot felt like a nail in the coffin right there.
Yeah. You just saw the body language of the Fire just go, what are we supposed to do? And you can feel it in this timeout right now. They're flat. Someone needs to lift them here.
Let's see what they draw up.
On the mound tonight, look at you guys go. Put your hands together.
It is approaching do-or-die time for the Townsville Fire. Need to score on the 4th. And Bendigo in control, Nathan.
Well, out of that timeout, it's the leadership of Kelsey Griffin maintaining the poise. Bendigo well and truly in control. 18-7 since the half. Bendigo all over this one here. The moment's now for Townsville. The MC's pulled out the T-shirt cannon. They're doing anything they can to rally their troops to make it. They need to do something, otherwise in 7 minutes' time, it's season over.
Sure do. With Burton with the board.
Bendigo clearly have a very strict scout and they're following it defensively and they're doing all the little things right now. They're blocking out, they're on split line, they're hedging, they're recovering. They are just completely switched on to what they need to get done here.
Now down low in the rebounding contests. Looks to go against Griffin.
41 points, unfortunately, as much as we say defence wins championships, 41 points is not going to get it done. Townsville absolutely have to back themselves here and be a lot more aggressive offensively.
Average 82 a game throughout the season. The Townsville Fire really well below that. Hawks and Tolo.
Oh, thank goodness.
Finally.
And it was on Tolo, but she still went inside. They've needed that.
You called for it, Larissa. They do go there eventually. 17 now for Cox. Single digits once more. Burton backing out with 7. Tolo arrives. Takes the bump from Cox, got to go. And Froling with the box out for Ellis. It was closed off for Woods. Wilson nearly got there. 4th team foul on Bendigo.
And this is where the Fire just need to continue to keep getting stops, and like it has been all game, what a physical one. Abby Ellis almost got clotheslined there on the three-point line, but they just need to stay confident. They need to get stops, but then they need to push it down the other end, get it over the half line quickly. Then you can either be in transition, maybe we look at those step-ups like you said, Riff, or now you're into your half court, but you're cutting, you're setting screens with purpose and at a good pace to keep things flowing for your team.
I just don't understand why they're not launching these open shots. They've got to back themselves here. I think they're over-dribbling the ball.
Kick out to Woods. Struggling to hit the scoreboard at the moment, the Fire. They need to throw everything at them, Megan.
Well, they do, but it's not helping at the moment because their leading scorer, Lauren Cox, is on the bench at the moment, or she's actually behind the bench, and she looks to be unwell. She's getting some Gatorade into her, but it looks like she could be winded. Not a doctor, so I'm not going to give a diagnosis, but she looks uncomfortable at the moment.
Thanks, Manx. Regardless, it's not good news for Townsville. With the stop here, Coffey releasing Fowler. Wickham ahead. Can't afford to foul.
Yep, great job. Great job, Fowler. And listen to that crowd. This is all they need, a couple of stops.
They believe once more. Plenty of time remaining. Griffin rips and drives. Whitcomb. Attacking Fowler, creates space. Beautiful offense from Sammy.
What do you do when someone has such a deadly three, but he's so potent on the penetration as well? That is Sammy Wickham.
Woods. Out of the screen.
Going to shoot the ball.
And Woods had a wide open jump shot.
You can just say they're just trying to move the way. Ah, there you go.
Woods fouls.
Oh, I'm so relieved for her.
2 plus the extra at the stripe. And you're right, Larissa. There's been some tough moments this afternoon for Courtney Woods. A chance to steady her team here.
It just feels like she's putting the weight of the world on her shoulders, or maybe Townsville on her shoulders, and she just doesn't need to. She just needs to back herself. She's been so fantastic all season.
She really has. The skipper for the Fire. First team honours this season. A real breakout in the Opal squad and converts on the three-point play. Townsville far from out of it. Tolo. Ellis has to fight around the screen with Werra. Burton retrieves it back. Less than 5 seconds and a call.
It's on Woods,
the
this
ball.
one.
Spotted Larissa.
And what the Spirit is so good at, if they run an offense and it doesn't work, they go out of it. They don't all stand still. They just play off each other. But they're always moving, whether they're cutting, screening away from the ball. And for me, that's almost been the difference maker for me between the two teams, is they are just all working hard for each other.
They've definitely looked the better half-court offensive team today, which is unusual against Townsville. That's normally their strength.
Let's see if we can listen in to Kennedy Carrier.
Suck in the breath for now.
How are we feeling over on Susie's
We're in the back, and if it's not on, it's not on. We keep it. Here you go through. We play two-sided KG and Seth. We are in.
Backside, give us wide. Come on, you backside fans, give us wide.
Head actions in the zones.
Let's see your hands up in the
You
air.
get a second coming off it.
We need shots.
Here we go.
Defense the focus in the Bendigo huddle.
Oh, clearly defense has been the focus the whole series. I mean, 53 to 48. I'm just looking at that going, there's been games where it's been higher than that at half-time.
It certainly has. Townsville put 106 on the board in game 2 of the semis against Perth.
And the Fire just need to stay confident, keep being aggressive. It's only a 5-point game, and there's still 4.5 minutes left, but they need to be assertive and they need to do it now.
They need to score more than what they scored in the whole third quarter. Right now, 4 minutes.
Let's see.
This helps.
It sure does. Ellis moves it onwards. And a whistle down low. To be on Kelly Wilson and Megan Huswaite. What did you catch?
Well, Courtney Woods is the heart and soul of this team, and she sat in that timeout as a co-captain of this group, encouraging her team. She's sweating, she's trying to catch her breath, and there's no doubt she is taking this team and the pressure on her shoulders. Aside from Saffron Shields, she's the only senior player left from last season, and she feels responsible as a leader and as one of the more experienced players. So there's no doubt that's coming out in the way that she's playing, but we heard the crowd get behind her when she made that shot, and that exhale of relief for her. She's going to be a key for them in this final 4 minutes.
No doubt, the pressure valve did release. It's now up to 9.
I mean, I think it's really important to point out, Bendigo are playing so much better and Townsville are 6 points down. That's it. They've got it done defensively. They just, for whatever reason, have just gone in their shell offensively. But 3.5 minutes is a long time to go. Hopefully they can get their tails up here.
They remain right there.
And they need to be aggressive. Spirit's on 5 fouls. They need to get to the foul line, and then they need to make those baskets, because like in game 1, foul shots can make a game.
I like that Woods took that shot. It didn't go in, but they've still won possession back.
Townsville retain it. Coffee skied for the board. Rebound of the Spirit, 40 to 30 in the contest, especially offensively.
For the Fire, it's just all about the shooting percentage. That's all it is. They've got it done defensively. They're out rebounding them. It's one of those games that you look at afterwards and they'll be so disappointed that they just went so hesitant offensively. But credit to Bendigo, they are just relentless. They're so focused, and this is where your experience does make a big difference.
And Wickham and Griffin are now on 4 fouls each. There's still 3 minutes 26 left in this game. That is a huge amount of time. Let's look at those two people and let's attack them right now.
Woods wide open. Fowler with an extra chance. There's the foul on Burton, and they're in the bonus.
So straight away, those last 2 possessions have been so much better. Where for out there been Woods in the rest of the game.
And that's the correct shot to take. And like we said earlier, is if you shoot the right shot, you have rebounders, and they've been able to get second chance opportunities.
Woods has got herself involved, that's for sure. Townsville 10 of 18 from the line this afternoon.
Oh, those 8 points would help, wouldn't they?
Wouldn't they? Yes. Hoping it doesn't come back to bite. Sammy Whitcomb, Coffey with the assignment. Single-digit shot clock. Still attacking Coffey, great vision. Wilson's got to go. Tolo just in time. And Townsville get the shot clock violation.
Great defense. Big possession here. This will get it back to. This could get it back to, well, three or two.
Townsville will not go away.
Good math there is. Good math.
I'm so good at math. Follow me.
That's Lauren Cox. You can see on the previous possession. Registers another block.
I was thinking 4-point play there.
Abby Ellis, bullseye, and the Townsville crowd is up.
It's a 2-point ball game rest.
Gee, did they need that?
That is Ellis's first points for the game, and what a 3 points to put up.
We are in to some finish. Tolo on the block. Draws the foul and count it. And one for Mariana Tolo.
What a finish.
What a play. And she was going body to body. Tolo had fouls as well. That is a big move from the big girl Tolo.
Would have loved to have seen someone from Townsville running and help Cox there.
Bendigo's free-throw shooting once again has been prolific. 8 of 9.
Big 3-point play there by Tolo. Just when Townsville had a bit of momentum.
Woods in the hands once more. Solid screen provided. Lost the handle. Big stop for the Spirit.
And Spirit can use the clock here. They still need to be aggressive, but they can wind down the clock as time is on their side.
Whitcomb zigzagging through. 5 seconds. Bendigo need to recognise it. Burton in
Big
time.
Shot.
Offline. Coffey will slow it up. 90 seconds remain.
They don't really have time to slow it up here. They've got to attack.
Pocket pass deflected, and the Spirit once more.
And Spirit with 2 huge defensive stops in the last 2 possessions.
They've taken the air out of this building once again. The basket here would be massive. Burton nearly lost it. Whitcomb arrives. She looks sore. Hopefully nothing too serious for Sammy. Both sides now in the bonus.
It's good. This is smart by Sammy. She's a little bit winded, but take your time, gather your breath, take a second for your team. It's another opportunity to huddle and actually talk about the next minute or so that we have on the clock.
The Spirit. And just take a deep breath here. Line up for 3 throws. In the safest of hands. Sammy Whitcomb shooting above 90% from this spot this season. Searching for her first WNBL title. Whitcomb for 2. The Townsville crowd get their wish. The Tolo with the offensive rebounds. And that is massive. A fresh 14 applied.
And
the clock clearly their friend.
And you need to box out on free throws. Second chance opportunity. Tolo going to work. Sammy Whitcomb to Mariana Tolo. They've done that before. They are pumped.
That is 2 massive finishes by Tolo there. Credit to her. Credit to Sammy Whitcomb. That's a really big offensive rebound and possession there for Bendigo.
That was no easy feat as well. Tolo protecting the space. With the overbearing Cox. Mariana Tolo, 15.7 boards. Huge down the stretch. Managing foul trouble earlier on.
Get your free iced coffee after our game on Monday.
Nervous moments for the Fire.
Go on screen for Fowler. Everybody screen right in the middle. Fowler, you're coming off to get the ball here. Right, Abby, after you screen.
We got 55 seconds left. We're going to do this or what?
7-point advantage to the Spirit. It's an into the final couple of minutes in the timeouts. Clearly, it needs to be a quick basket for the Fire.
Has to be. They've got no choice here. They've got to be really aggressive, quick, and then up the floor for a quick steal.
And with 5 fouls, they can't even look too foul to try and get the ball back. Like you said, Riss, they need quick stops, they need quick shots if they want to chip away at this and get the win on their home floor.
Big 7 points. Under a minute to go.
Huge possession. Needs to be a score for Townsville. In by a Fowler. Woods attacking on Griffin. Coffey's there, but out of nowhere was Whitcomb with the steal. Snatched back though underneath. And Nia Coffey out of nowhere is drawn 2 from the line.
Griffin kicking herself there, but that it's so physical under the basket.
Looked like it was almost a ceiling steal from Sonny Whitcomb. Not to be. Coffey, a chance to cut it to 5.
Oh, free throws today have not been their friend.
Sure haven't. Shooting barely over 50% from the line.
And 13% from the 3. It's just not going to get it done, unfortunately.
Let's bring it back to a 2-possession ball game. Looking to force a steal. Griffin. Woods arrives, and the foul call on Fowler. They get the result.
This is exactly what the Fire want. They're in that full court press. They're trying to get stops. They created the turnover and the miscommunication between Griffin and the guards, and now Fowler can earn 2 from the stripe to bring it to a 4-point game.
Kelsey Griffin has to exit with 5 personals.
Yeah, she'll be pretty disappointed with herself there, Kels. 2 uncharacteristic mistakes there, and this is, oh my goodness, another missed free throw.
A huge stage. Townsville local takes a deep breath and makes on the seconds.
This is where the game's between the ears. These girls need to back themselves here and finish these.
Timeout. Bendigo possession, and we have a 5-point differential. Not out of it in the Fire. Well, they'll be hoping to force another steal here. Making things very interesting.
And bring it back to a 2 or a 3-point possession game, Liam. Whilst I check that the score was updated.
Nailing the arithmetic tonight.
Well, in my defence, I was looking at whether it was a 5-point or a 7-point game because it hadn't clicked over yet, but I'll take it.
This Townsville community loving it. Great feeling on the ground in Townsville throughout the final series. The community really getting behind this side. We sold out game 2 here. 5,500 people in attendance. And for the Spirit, the equation's simple. Look after the basketball. You've got one hand on the trophy. In the safest of hands with Wilson.
The crowd are up. They're subbing in.
We're doubled immediately.
Great job, Fire.
And a tie-up. The arrow will favour Townsville.
Yeah, great job there by Fire. That's twice.
And they're doing such a great job of getting these stops that they need. They just now need to reward themselves from the foul line. that can be the difference between you winning the game or not, but they will need a quick shot here.
Well, there's 10 points beckoning from the free throw line tonight. It's a 5-point game.
Ellis with the duties. In the hands of the skipper with Woods. Slicing through, Courtney Woods. Fowler had first hands to it, but Burton tracks it down. Huge rebound for the Spirit. And Sammy can try and run out this clock. Takes off a good 4 or 5 seconds. And 2 from the line.
You can't help but start smiling and being so excited for this lady that's about to step on the free throw line. She has just been absolutely fantastic tonight, and this will be her first WNBL championship.
Season MVP. Bronze medalist with the Opals. WNBA titles as well. And to this date, it has eluded her. The title. Tolo pulls down a big board. And once again, Sammy can evade. Desperately trying to foul. They will with 4.1 on the game clock. But Sammy Wickham knows it.
Listen to that Bendigo crowd.
Outnumbered, but they are making some serious noise. Three-possession ball game. Whitcomb has iced it for the Spirit. And they are going to get it done in 2. Ellis lets it fly. The Bendigo Spirit are champions in 2025 for the 3rd time and the first time in 11 years. This star-studded, veteran-laden team have been the team to beat all year. Top of the table with an 18-3 record. And they sweep the final series 4-zip to take it away from home in Townsville.
I just have goosebumps. I'm smiling ear to ear. This is such a special feeling. You don't get to win a grand final series often, and well done to the Bendigo Spirit. It is a well-deserving championship title that they won, with being the minor premiers to winning. What an amazing 2-game series that they provided Australian basketball and the world with.
It absolutely just hats off to the Bendigo Spirit. All season, they were tipped to be the favourites, but you've still got to get it done, and they really did. No one would have tipped them to get it done in 2 games with how Townsville were playing coming into this series. But full credit to Bendigo Spirit, the coaching staff, the players. Oh my goodness, and I know they don't have their full coaching staff here today too, so credit to all of them. Dean Walshy at home, congratulations to you as part of the Bendigo Spirit coaching staff as well back home. That is such an amazing win by the girls.
And what a performance from Sammy Wickham. 26 points to lead the way for the Spirit. The season MVP. Here she is with Megan.
Sammy, you're an Olympic medalist, 2-time World Cup medalist, 2-time WNBA champion, this year's league MVP. You are finally a WNBL champion.
Finally is right. But honestly, there's no other team I'd rather have won with. It felt inevitable with this group. It felt like we were building something from the beginning. And this was hard and so tough, but we earned it, and I'm so proud.
How special is this group? Everyone has spoken about it all year. You've fought it out from top to toe. You've done it.
Yeah, there's just so many special stories on this group, so many special people. We're all fighting for something individually in our lives, but we brought that all together, and we could fight for each other in that way too, and there's no better feeling.
Sammy, it hasn't been easy throughout your career. You've spent a lot of time away from your partner, Kate, and your beautiful 2 boys. It's hard. I know how hard it is for you. You get to share another special moment, a WNBL championship with your family. What do you want to say to your beautiful partner, Kate, and your boys, Nash and Reed?
Look, I promised them that we would do this in 2 so that I was home sooner. We talked about it. I miss them so much. This is so hard to do, being away from them. The sacrifices she makes so I can do this. But this group, man, they've been my family when I've been away. I'm coming home in 2. Let's go, baby.
She's coming home in 2. Go and enjoy it with your team. Sammy, you champion.
Sammy Wickham, a champion indeed. The first title for Sammy, well deserved.
I have
great figure in Australian
basketball. I have to
basketball.
say it, Liam, Mama, there goes that woman. She is unbelievable. Nothing she has not done now. She's achieved everything. Congratulations, Sammy, on an absolute standout season by her.
Love it. Love it, Larissa. Let's hear from the coach, Kennedy Kerryama, with Nate.
Kennedy, third time in the history of the league, first time in 11 years, the Bendigo Spirit are 24-25 WNBL champions.
Look, I'm so happy for the playing group right now, the staff, the club, the community. To be honest, right now my thoughts are really with them. It's just a fantastic achievement by our team, and I'm incredibly proud of everybody.
I just mentioned you off camera a moment, watching your performance, coach, just break down in tears. It obviously means an incredible amount to you and your entire staff and playing group.
Yeah, it does, because so many of us put so much in, and you know, as we know, it's a real grind in women's sport, and so you know, you need the right people, and you need people that really care about the athletes and, you know, really care about the community. And we've picked a great staff, and, you know, I think the emotion speaks for itself. And I've just been a part of this program for a long time previously.
Let's make it about you for a sec. You live in Bendigo, your wife, your 2 children live in Melbourne. You sacrifice a lot to get to this moment. It must be amazing to get the reward, but they're obviously your biggest support.
Yeah, I mean, I love you, Chelsea, and Jalen and I take it home. I mean, yeah, I couldn't do this without their help, that's for sure.
Hey, Kennedy, a heck of a lot of work goes into this. 10 years ago in Perth, you couldn't find a spot for Sammy Whitcomb at the WNBL side. You must be happy to have her playing at the Bendigo Spirit with you now.
Biggest mistake I've ever made as a coach, corrected in 2024-2025 WNBL season. Woo!
You're well getting a second time around. Well done, Kennedy. You're a WNBL champion.
Thank you.
What a moment. What time of work for Kennedy Kerryama. His first title as a coach.
Congratulations to Kennedy. I've had the pleasure of working with him during my coaching career in the WNBL as well. So I know how hard he works and what this will mean to him. And I love that Chelsea and their kids are given a big mention, because, my goodness, do they make a big sacrifice for him to be able to follow this around too. Congratulations.
And it is. It's all about these ladies and this coaching staff right now. Look at them enjoying it, singing their team song.
Loving it here, away from home.
Great song. It has to be said.
The Spirit elated, celebrated as a team, and they won as a team. All season long we saw different nights. There were different players leading the way in the scoring column. They really were a unit, weren't they?
And that's what makes a championship team. It's not just 1 or 2 people. It's a whole collective, and it goes down from, you know, your big star to your development players and your coaching staff. So absolute credit to the Bendigo Spirit, because on any given day, it was Whitcomb, it was Burden, it was Griffin, it was Tolo, and then you had the likes of Werrong off the bench, and it's just so impressive to see Bendigo Spirit get it done in the regular season. But like we said, grand final series, it's a different ball game, and they got it done in 2, and they should be very impressed and pleased with themselves.
I mean, it was mentioned quickly, but I think we have to mention again, Griffin, Wilson and Tolo have just won their 5th WNBL championship. I mean, that is unbelievable. 5 each. What hogs? Share them, ladies. Share them.
15 combined titles.
Unbelievable.
3
15
players. That is unbelievable. Let's continue to hear from the victors on court. We'll get back to Nathan in just a moment with Mariana Tolo, who was so crucial in this game as well. Near double-double, 17 and 9. And when Cox had 13 in the first quarter, the pressure was on Mariana Tolo, and gee, didn't she respond?
She sure did, didn't she? She came out today and she just showed why experience matters, and she loves the game of basketball. She's done it with her teammate Sammy Whitcomb, her Opal sister, and to come into a team with Wilson and Griffin, who have been the heart and soul of Bendigo Spirit, it must feel good just to do it all together.
Look, it's been pretty clear all year. We've obviously watched the season very closely. You've obviously played in it as well. It is very, very obvious that this is a tight team. The Bendigo Spirit have just gotten closer and closer and really built that chemistry all year. And every single one of them does not speak without mentioning how tight they are as a group. And at the end of the day, we all know you do not get a championship without that chemistry. And they've clearly got it.
It speaks volumes, doesn't it? Let's go down to Mariana Tolo with Nath once more.
Tolo, I was saying sometimes it may not be a match, but it could be a moment. Tough time early with foul trouble, but play after play down the stretch, you were enormous carrying this side over the line.
Oh, look, the whole team was enormous. I think, Sammy Whitcomb being the MVP of the league, having the gravity shots, and tonight she was so good at finding me and finding those nice little passes for me inside. And, I was able to finish a couple of them. It was really tough. Townsville, credit to them. They were really strong tonight and physical and held us out of our game a lot of the time. But, it's so cool. And I think, the experience of this team has just won out in the end. We have, so much international experience, WNBL championship experience, and I think that really helped us down the line.
A significant amount of experience. You've done a lot in basketball. We said earlier, 5 championships now. Are you happy now that you're lured into some family dinners with Kelsey and Erin?
Definitely. I don't know what the future will hold, but that is so cool and so special. Every championship is, and that one will have a place in my heart forever. And whether I go for another one, I don't know yet. We'll see what the future holds, but I'll just bask in this moment for sure.
When you say you don't know what the future holds, if this is it, Mariana, you have done an incredible amount in basketball, and on behalf of every WNBL and Australian basketball fan, thank you for what you've done in this league as an Opal, and go enjoy this one with your partner Dan and your teammates over there. Well done.
Thanks so much. Thanks.
Well said. Sweaty hug. That's what they're about, Nate. I mean, congratulations, Tolo. There's nothing she hasn't done. What a phenomenal career. And I don't want to speak as though she's retiring because, watching that today, she's got so much more to go. But she could share the championships around a bit. My goodness. I mean, how proud must she be? 5. And I think 3 of them now with Griffin and Kelly. So that would be really, really special, the fact that they've been able to actually achieve that together, which only adds to their chemistry within this team. You can just see it.
Yeah, no doubt. The UC Capitals, those 3, with those back-to-back titles. Mariana Tolo. 5 has a nice ring to it, is the word from her before the series, and she does have the 5 titles and plenty more to give to the game, judging by her brilliant performance down the stretch here. Let's go to Megan Huswaite to take us away for the presentations for the WNBL title.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the official presentations for the 2024-25 Signet WNBL Grand Final Series. I'm Megan Huswaite, and before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which we meet today and pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. Well, what a grand final it has been. An incredible spectacle between 2 regional powerhouses in the Bendigo Spirit and the Townsville Fire. A wonderful conclusion here today in front of a sellout crowd at the fire pit. Well, joining us this afternoon for our official presentations are Basketball Australia's CEO, Matt Scriven, Christy Collier-Hill, head of the Signet WNBL, Jason Carrington, CEO of Signet, and Australian Basketball Hall of Famer, Susie Batkovic. Well, to say a few words, would you please put your hands together for the head of the Signet WNBL, Christy Collier-Hill.
Thanks, Meg. What a sensational 24-25 WNBL season this has been. On the court, it has been simply sensational. The season delivered 2 triple-doubles, 2 individual 40-point performances, 4 overtime thrillers and 5 buzzer-beater wins. Plus, to top it off, we had 11 Paris Olympians participating in our league this year, which is just incredible. I think it's fair to say the WNBL continues to be one of the best women's leagues in the world, full of world-class athletes. And this year, we brought the game to more fans than ever before, with record-breaking broadcast numbers in Australia and also around the globe, where every game of the WNBL was available in over 198 countries this season. Tonight, I'd like to acknowledge and sincerely thank all of those who made this, the 45th WNBL season, a success. The athletes, the coaches, support staff, club owners and administrators, officials, volunteers, the Players Association, the team at Basketball Australia, media, and of course our incredible, incredible fans, 5,400 of which turned up here today. Thank you. To our valued partners, Signet, CTM Sport, Ford, Foot Locker, Latina Fresh, Coca-Cola Euro-Pacific, iAthletic and Spalding, your support is truly invaluable and we thank you. Shannon, Courtney and all at the Fire. Tonight was not the outcome you wanted, but after a season of roster changes and challenges, you should be incredibly proud. Congratulations on a fantastic campaign. And to the Bendigo Spirit, who have led and who have a very small but very loud group of supporters here today. You have led from the front all season, and tonight you rightfully take your place as champions. It's been 10 years since the Bendigo Spirit last won a title, and it's been a long road back, but tonight that road ends in glory. Kennedy, Kelsey, and the entire Bendigo Spirit team, this is a history-making moment for this club. Congratulations on becoming the 24-25 Signet WNBL champions, and enjoy the celebrations.
Well, I'd now like to acknowledge and thank our incredible referees, technical officials and volunteers who have contributed to the entire Signet WNBL season right around the country, through the finals and, of course, this grand final series. We simply wouldn't have a game without all of you. Would you please put your hands together for them? I'd now like to call forward our referees from this grand final series to receive a trophy: Jack Taylor, Scott Becker, Shannon Jennings and emergency Kylie Boboden. And Scott Becker has just told me that he has announced his retirement from officiating. So, Scott, congratulations on an incredible career. We thank you for your contribution to the game, and what a way for you to go out officiating a Signet WNBL Grand Final Series. Congratulations. We love some breaking news. I'd now like to invite Australian Basketball Hall of Fame member and 2017-18 Rachel Spawn medalist for Best Player in the Grand Final Series, Susie Batkovic, to present the Rachel Spawn Grand Final MVP. And she has simply won and done it all this season. The Rachel Spawn medalist from the Bendigo Spirit is Sammy Whitcomb. I am talking to you, Sammy Whitcomb. You have won and done it all in your career, and the one thing that eluded you until about 20 minutes ago was a WNBL championship. Tell us how much it means.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's hot. I think I said it to you earlier. It is something I feel like I've been chasing and trying to achieve for a while with, the teams I've played on, but there's no other team I'd want to win with or have won with. This was worth the wait. It's the best group. The way we did it from the very, very start all the way to the end. I'm so, so proud of this group and proud to be a part of it. It's very special.
And Sammy, finally,
You promised your beautiful two sons that you would try and wrap this up in two so you could reunite with your family, and they are watching right now. What would you like to say to them?
Yeah, I mean, for the sacrifices that my wife Kate has done all season, we got to spend some amazing time together in Bendigo, but it's really difficult with two kids to be on the road. So, she's gone home with them and is doing everything so that I can fulfill this dream. But yeah, we did it in two. I get to go home and see them sooner. I want to thank my team, because when I needed, when I was missing my family, they were my family and embraced me, and that's why this is just everything. So thank you.
That is what it's all about. Please put your hands together once again for our Rachel Spoor medalist for Grand Final MVP, Sammy Wickham. Well, the Townsville Fire have had a magnificent season both on and off the floor, and what a testament to that with the sellout here at the Fire Pit today. Yes, a worthy round of applause. Would you please join me in welcoming Townsville Fire co-captain Courtney Woods to the stage.
All right. Obviously, firstly, congratulations to Bendigo. You guys had a great season. Congratulations on the championship, well deserved, and congratulations, Sammy. Anyone that knows you knows you're a great person, but it's great to see you get some more recognition. Just thank you everyone for coming. I wish we could have got it at least done on the floor a bit. I know that it's just bigger than basketball at Townsville. I feel so grateful to play here, and I know all the basketball is fun and everything, but just how loved and supported we are as a club. And just thank you to Sam Pascoe and our entire administration for putting all of this together. It's very easy as a player to play here when we have administration and coaches that just support us the entire year. And then to our team, obviously this sucks, but I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else. I think at the start of the season, no one but us thought that we could do this, so I really believe in all of us, and hopefully we can see you back here next year. To all of our coaches, obviously Shannon, our whole support staff, all of our strength and conditioning, our physios and our doctors. It takes a village to put a club like this together, so thank you to everyone for your entire support this year. And last but not least, obviously thank you to all of our sponsors. We wouldn't have the lights on without you guys. We wouldn't be able to eat. So thank you to the Ville, to JCU, basically everyone that helps support us, everyone on Susie's deck that's come every single game. We appreciate all of you. We'll see you back here next year.
Courtney Woods, an incredible ambassador for the Townsville Fire and the Signet WNBL, and we congratulate Sam, Shannon, Courtney and the entire club on their season, culminating in hosting Game 2 here today. Well, it's now my pleasure to welcome our local Aussie Hoop kids from the local Ford Aussie Hoop Centre here in Townsville to present the championship rings to the Bendigo Spirit. Please put your hands together for our little hoopers. And let's start with number 0, Ash Hannon. Number 3, Opal Bird. Number 5, Micah Simpson. Number 6, Veronica Burton.
She's not with us this afternoon, but please put your hands together for number 7, Lavinia Cox. We'll ensure her ring gets home safely to Bendigo. Number 10, Asha Nightingale. Number 12, Mariana Tolo. Number 13, Abby Werung. Number 14, Georgia Booth. Number 16, Casey Samuels. Number 22 in a record-breaking game, 475, the Signet WNBL Games record holder, Callie Wilson. Number 32, the Susie Bakovic medalist, the Rachel Spawn medalist, championship player, Sammy Whitcomb. To our assistant coaches, some are here, some are in Victoria, but would you please put your hands together for the assistant coaches, John White and Matt Holmes. Assistant coaches, Andrea Walsh and Deanna Black. Also a huge part of the program this year. Please put your hands together for those ladies as well. Team manager, Aj Pereira. The championship winning captain of the Bendigo Spirit, number 23, Kelsey Griffin. Thank you, Kelsey. We'll get you to stay here with us. And the championship winning coach of the Bendigo Spirit, Kennedy Kariyama.
guess that's my cue to say a few words. First of all, I'd like to thank the WNBL for putting on what is arguably one of the top leagues in the world. It's something that I came out for my first year and thought I was just going to stay 1 year, and here I am. That's this many years later. It's an incredible league, and I absolutely love playing here. Thank you, Signet, for being the major sponsor and backing us, believing in women's sport and what basketball is in this country. To the commentary team, I didn't get to be a part of you this year, but what you do and how you speak and are ambassadors for our game is so important, and it's exciting to see it grow and grow, and for more players to be involved, to be custodians of our game. You've done a phenomenal job. I do have to say, I have to question the experts, though, because no one tipped Bendigo. To Townsville, Shannon, you are always in the mix. You're an incredible coach. What you do year in, year out. The way you develop players, what you've done for this town in basketball is remarkable. Courtney Woods, leading is not easy. And you've grown so much over these few years and not only been a phenomenal basketball player, but to get this group to buy in and do what Shannon wants in such a short amount of time with changing of roster, it's absolutely incredible. You're one of a kind. I have so much admiration for you, and the game's in really good hands because of you. To Townsville, I know a lot of you have left, but you sure showed out today. And an International Women's Day yesterday in the States, it's today. To sell out an arena, it does show everyone watches women's sport. Great job, Townsville. You always do it. You always bring it. And that's why I love playing up here. You're an awesome community. You believe in what they're doing here with the Fire. So great job. Credit to you. To the Spirit. To the Spirit. To our sponsors, wouldn't be possible without you. TAC, Power Core, Red Energy, Rick Stern, City of Greater Bendigo, Latrobe, Chemist Warehouse, all the corporate sponsors, but all the local sponsors that came on board this year. To see our sidelines packed out for finals for the first time in 10 years, it was absolutely remarkable. So thank you, Bendigo. To the Spirit staff, coaches, behind-the-scenes crew, I echo Courtney's words. We couldn't do it without you. To the massage therapists, the osteos, strength and conditioning, assistant coaches who drive 2 hours a day to do an hour indie, everyone that makes our job so much easier. Thank you so much to our incredible staff. To Mika, Luke, and our game day staff back in Bendigo, you create an amazing atmosphere. I know you're listening. Thank you. Great job. To Bendigo, our supporters, friends and family back home, to my family. I know you get up, and BB's family get up and watch at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. every game. Basketball's a global game now. Thank you for making it something that can be streamed, that everyone can see. I know that people are watching all over us. Thank you for your support all over the world. It just means the world. To the WAGs of our team, you are the unsung heroes. You ride the highs and lows. You're with us through thick and thin. We appreciate you so much. Special shout out to my wife, Erin. I absolutely love you, and I could not do this without you. And lastly, to my team. You guys know how I feel about you. I don't need to make a public declaration, but thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I didn't know if I'd ever be standing up here today, but it's not about the championship. It's about the care factor. It's about the way we went about it. It's about the way we committed to community. It's about the way we committed to each other. Thank you, and great job.
A phenomenal player, a phenomenal leader, and a phenomenal speech giver, Kelsey Griffin. Would you now welcome the championship coach of the Bendigo Spirit to say a few words?
I don't know if anyone wants the mic after Kelsey's just done such a great job of articulating all the thanks that needed to be said. Just from my perspective, Shannon and the Townsville crew, Shannon, just to echo KG's words, mate, you're an incredible coach. What you and Sam have built here with the roster you've put together and what you've consistently done over the last, goodness, I think like 10 plus years while you've been in the league. You know, it shows out when you get 5,000 people here to watch you play. The continuous support, the work you do in the community is just exceptional, and you're absolutely setting standards in this league and will continue to do so. So I just tip my hat to you and your crew for everything you do for the league. I guess for me, just this, sorry, I'm going to pull this further away from my mouth. The group that came out here to support us, thank you so much. Again, numbers don't matter. The quality and the volume was exceptional. We heard you every step of the way. Thank you so much to our community for coming out and continuously supporting us. Our sponsors, again, obviously KG's reeled off every single sponsor that I could possibly reel off. For me, I guess just a moment to say thank you to both Erin and Dan, our GM, and our front office, who do an exceptional amount of work behind the scenes to get us to where we are, to help us build a roster. I know Erin obviously played a big part in some of the recruitment. Dan obviously much the same. We couldn't have done this and couldn't be here without your help. Coaching staff, support staff, those of us who aren't here, again, I've already said this already today, but and KG's also said the care factor, to get people to continuously show up, dedicate their time, sacrifice time away from their family to give to this team. We're so incredibly lucky to have you. And my last thank you is to the playing team, the crew, the squad, all 15 of us. The ones that have worked with us for the last 3 years and really bought in and been incredible pillars. Kelly, Abby, KG. I'm sorry if I've missed anybody. I know Casey's been with us for the last couple of years. I just can't thank you enough for putting your trust in myself and the rest of the team for being in, I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. I appreciate this.
Thank you, Kennedy and Kelsey. We'll let you head over to the media wall as you are greeted by Jason Carrington, the Chief Executive Officer of Signet. And Jason presenting Kelsey and Kennedy and the Bendigo Spirit with the Signet WNBL Championship.
To the Bendigo Spirit, champions of 2025. Great scenes away from home in Townsville, getting it done, but look, it doesn't get much better than that.
It doesn't. I was in their position last season, and getting to hold up that trophy with your team, the people who you've been through thick and thin, blood, sweat and tears, to be successful is just what an amazing feeling that these beautiful humans are experiencing right now.
I just want to say huge congratulations to Kennedy, his staff, and all these players. I think Sammy and Kelsey spoke beautifully and articulated the fact that it takes a village to bring something like this together. It's not just the playing group that we'll see on the floor here in front of us right now. It's the extended squad, it's the staff, it's the supporters, it's everybody, and it's what a fantastic achievement to bring the championship back to Bendigo and to Victoria, Beck.
Yes, at least I guess it's in Victoria.
Come on, Beck.
Title number 5 for Kelsey Griffin. She was just a marvellous speaker moments ago. What an advocate, leader for our game in this country. Sammy Wickham, unbelievable, named Grand Final MVP, and well deserved for her.
Honestly, she couldn't have done much more than she has all season. We see Sammy Wickham with the trophy there. She should really soak this in. These experiences, they don't come around every often, and to have that individual success obviously is amazing, but you can see how much she loves her Bendigo team, and she said she couldn't imagine doing it with any other teammates. So I'm just so happy for all those girls because they've really shown what the WNBL is about in this 2024-25 season.
It really was the only notch left on the belt, and she has really had such a fabulous career, and she doesn't look like she's slowing down anytime soon. So the fact that they're all returning, a lot of them are returning for next season, and with the announcements that have already been made with other teams, cannot wait for the next WNBL season. It's exciting times ahead for this league, that is for sure.
It sure is. It's going to be a fun one. The Bendigo Spirit champions in 25. Wickham her first title. Abby Werrong and Casey Samuels as well. A couple of players that have been around the league, contributed for a number of years now, and it's a great memento for them.
It is. Tolo said it best. She really thinks that experience is what led them to be in this position and get this win today. And I think it just shows how great the WNBL is. We have these experienced vets in the league with so much knowledge to give to this next generation coming through. And I don't know about you guys, but Australian basketball, there's something good coming, I tell you that much.
Absolutely. WNBL, it's been mentioned a few times, one of the best leagues in the world. I could not agree more. The whole brand is just absolutely fab. There's a reason that we don't go anywhere, whether you've been past player, coach, you stay in the league. We all love it, and it is so exciting to know what's ahead for this league.
It really is. It's been a pleasure bringing it to you this season. Beck, Larissa, thanks for joining us. It's been so much fun today. Game 2 grand final.
Absolutely amazing, and congratulations to Bendigo.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, absolutely. Huge congratulations to Kennedy, the staff, and all the playing group. Well done.
Bendigo Spirit champions for the third time in 2025 to close out the Signet WNBL season. They get it done away from home to the tune of 8 points. It's been terrific, bringing it to you around the country on ESPN and from all our hard-working team behind the scenes. Thank you and good night on another season of the WNBL.